I'm Colin. This is Dead Dodge Garage. This is a very green looking Dodge. On this episode, I got a house and a hose, so I washed the Camaro. I also have a little garage now, but instead, I'm working on the Fury under the carport. And we go see this old pile of rust, which at least one dude is really excited to see. I did wash about a quarter of the Fury, just so the front of it here looks good enough to be on camera. I mean, look at the shine on that wheel. And these ones, which I stole back from Jamie. He was going to try and stick these on his yellow banana truck, or whatever he calls that thing. They wouldn't fit. They don't fit on this car either, so we're going to have to find a car they do fit on. But if we're going to do that, we need the whole set. So I also stole these 17s back from Jamie. They need a bath. And oh, I thought I left it behind. And we have a new Pitman arm for the Fury. And this is important because I stole the Pitman arm currently on this car off of a 68 Roadrunner in my mom's garage. The Roadrunner, once it has a Pitman arm again, is going to go in the little garage here. And maybe I'll finish putting it back together someday. But if the Roadrunner's here, that means we have an empty garage spot to stick a car. Maybe a car with a set of center lines that do or do not fit it. But to find all that out, we gotta put this on the Fury first. I also stole my ancient Harbor Freight jack from Jamie instead of my dinky little Walmart jack. I borrowed some of my own tools from work, but now that I think about it, I didn't grab my Pitman arm puller from my toolbox, so that's gonna make this operation a little difficult. Oh well. Yeah, I don't even know if this jack's gonna get this car high enough to get it on these medium-sized Craftsman jack stands, but I guess we'll see. Now, I should have had way more faith in my Harbor Freight jack. Ooh. The rust patch in my fender here is getting rusty. I guess it doesn't help that I've mostly neglected it since getting back from the Plymouth and a Plymouth road trip last year. You know, it's already been over a year since I drove this car all the way across the country and back. I have driven it a little bit since getting back from the trip. I drove it to Oregon and back last summer. I've done about 2,500 miles on this thing. Ooh. Since the end of April last year. Whee! And then, I don't know, I guess I wanted a break from driving this car. I was all excited about the Barracuda project for a while, and then this whole Camaro thing happened. Frankly, I don't know what my plans are for this car after this. One of our friends really wants to own it, but the problem is I really like it, and I'd like to improve on it and make it better than it was on the trip. Because it drove well, but it certainly has some flaws. Like this leak in the gas tank, which is almost definitely caused by the tank and the trunk resting together. This is one of the major things I need to fix on this car right now. I can't really fill the fuel tank without it leaking back out onto the ground. Henry's mom has got to go to work tonight, but before that happens, I'm going to borrow the Subaru since all my cars are blocked in by my cars, and go grab my Pitman arm puller right now, which, since I moved, is like a 4-minute drive from my house. Really convenient, actually. Silent. Nice. I get a day off. Remind me to clean my toolbox. Haha! Like, all of my toolbox. That seems like a good place for that. Also, luxury. I like it. Alright, we've got our Pitman arm and wheel changing tools assembled. Ooh, and my sunglasses. This should be... Uh-oh. I might need the fork. Or not the fork. I might need the puller style, not my low profile style, which is meant to kind of tuck in there. Yeah, I need to go get the front end service kit that Jamie has, but I don't want to. What's that guy doing out there? You know, it occurs to me, if I want to put those wheels on another car, I need to find my shanked lug nuts. Those are not them. I don't know where this guy came from, but he's slugging it up. This has seen better days. This little pinhole is a finger hole now. Extra module, never know, but there they are. They look a little ugly from sitting in a bag for over a year. Also, I swear some of these should be left-hand thread, but they're all right-hand. It could be a problem at some point. These ones don't look much better. Yeah. This all still looks pretty good. Although apparently I didn't cap that, so that's nice. I cannot fit 4 really big tires back here, but maybe I can fit 2 big tires and 2 medium-sized tires. Well, 3 out of 4 ain't bad. I guess I should have scrubbed the tires. Oh well. Good place for that. It's basically restored. Shiny. Oh man, raining all over the freshly cleaned car. And I need to go get that front end kit, so I'm done for now. Well, yeah, it's the next day, and got the front end service kit from Jamie's, some wrenches so I can adjust the toe once we're done, and we might as well get to it. Meow. And there he goes. There's all kinds of neighborhood kitties around here. The front end service kit is my friend, as is this guy, and this regular style Pitman arm puller. It's still a little tight in here, but these will work. Subaru noises. Nailed it. Ah! What? A shovel? What do we need a shovel for? I just gotta figure out how to get it off. Oh, that was actually really easy. Now I can put this grubby thing back on the Roadrunner where I found it. And I will have a nice new one. I had to wrestle it a little bit to get the new one on. Mostly I had to pull down on the steering linkage there while wiggling the arm, and I got it to just spline right up. I need to thread the nut on a little bit first and suck the arm up the rest of the way. Otherwise I can't fit the lock washer and the nut. And I've got a new nut to put here and a new cotter pin. Got a little bit of the old red Loctite I'm going to put on there for good luck. And then the Pitman arm will be installed once I dug it a good few times, and definitely torque it to spec with my big long overkillinator ratchet. That's what I'm going to do. Torque it properly. There we go. Properly torqued. Okay, a little further to line that up. That's good and tight. And that's pretty well lined up. Just need to install my nice pre-bent cotter pin. And the Pitman arm is installed. Now we're going to adjust the toe a little bit, and hopefully this thing goes straight down the road. So I got the wheels straight, and the steering wheel's way off now. So that's great. It's a little further off than I was expecting. But when you're changing parts around, that's kind of to be expected. I know the Pitman arm splined on correctly. It just slid right onto the correct spot. So I guess we'll adjust the tie rods a lot. And there's another friend. Look at that guy. Also, look at that fine automobile. You! I've got these tie rod sleeves from Bergman Autocraft, which I really like. These use slightly beefier C-body tie rod ends. And they're just a little different from a factory setup, so you just... Oh my god. Oh. Jeez. Just loosen the jam nuts, and then you can turn the sleeve to adjust it. I'm going to wait to do that until the car is actually on the ground. So that I can take more accurate toe measurements. I'm fully expecting to ruin this and have to take it to an alignment shop, but I'd like to at least get it kind of close. Okay. Ready to go on the ground. If I were smart, I would have brought my ramps home so I could have weight on the front wheels while adjusting the toe, but still enough room to actually get under it to adjust it. But, oops. But I'm not that smart. So we're going to do it the hard way and be half under the car while we do it. I'm going to drive the car back and forth here to make sure the front suspension is settled. Then we'll measure the toe and adjust from there. Come on, oil pressure. That's a heck of a noise. Yeah. Straight is not so straight anymore. That is way off. Hopefully I can get it closer. I've got my handy dandy helper over there holding the tape measure. And we've got, I'm going to measure to this inside line here, and we're at exactly 61 1/8. Wow, it's like perfect. The toe on the back is 61 1/4, which means we're toed in 1/8. Yes, that is good.
As close as possible. The
spec on this is a 1/16 to 1/8. But because we've got these big wide tires on the front, we're going to tow it in a little extra. We're going to tow it in something like, maybe I should double check, but I think people online say up to 1/4. That seems like a lot. So now that we know our toe is pretty close to where we want it, I'm going to turn the steering wheel straight. That's pretty much straight on. And now I'm going to adjust the toe. Or, why did we need a shovel?
To dig stuff.
Oh, gardening?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, now I've got the steering wheel straight, and we can see that the wheels are pointed just a little to the right. So we need to suck this one in a little bit so that we straighten it out. And then on the other side, we need to adjust it out to move it in. And we need to try to do it evenly so that the wheels, so that the total toe is in line with the center of the steering box. And that is tricky to do without like a fancy string setup to figure out where straight actually is. But yeah, I'm hoping we can get it close. We'll see. I've got my silver Sharpie. I'm going to mark a tie rod and the sleeve so that I can count how many turns I do on each one and hopefully remember. But I'm going to try and do the same amount of turns on each one so that they get towed somewhat evenly. And then we'll double check our total tow and make sure they're towed in enough. Okay, I think I'm going the right way. I did about 3 turns on each to try and shift them this way. I'm going to drive the car back and forth, straighten out the wheel, and see how close it looks. Alright, it's definitely closer, but I went a little too far that way, so I'm going to go 1 turn back, roll it back and forth again, and if it's close, I'll check the tow. Okay, we fiddled with the tie rods. I turned one of them, I think this one, the wrong way. So I was trying to track each evenly, and I think I did, I don't know, I towed it way out on accident. It was almost an inch towed out because I'm really good at stuff. We towed it back in. I think I got it close, but we're actually going to go see a movie. So I'll test drive it later. It's very close to about that 1/4 inch I was looking for. Well, it only took all day. We went and saw our movie, which was fun. We got some frozen yogurt. Hot dog napped in the car for like an hour when we got back. Who knew the backseat of a Camaro was so comfortable? And we finally came back out here to finish fiddling with the tow on this thing. I got the steering wheel pretty well straight up. Had to remember which way to turn the sleeves to get it to do what I wanted. And we nailed it at about 3/16 of an inch towed in. I want just a little more tow in than it had before. It was at exactly 1/8 before, to try and make up for how wide these front tires were so it's not pulling me all over the road. I'm going to cinch down the adjusting sleeves, tighten the lug nuts, and then I'm done for tonight. We're going to go make some Mother's Day cheeseburgers for dinner. I'm going to drive this car to work tomorrow, and then I'm going to put it back in my tiny garage for now until either A, I collect the parts I need for the next round of upgrades, or B, a Roadrunner moves in. There's also a chance I might drive it next weekend to go put these wheels on a car somewhere else. I guess we'll see if that happens. I did the dishes. Yeah, car's still running like doo-doo. But we went to Les Schwab and we got an alignment, and hopefully that'll help it handle more better. It's kind of okay so far. I don't know, it still seems to pull to the right, just a little. We'll see how it does on the highway later. Gotta go to a birthday party or two. But at least in the meantime, it's not pulling me every direction, at least not in town. I also got some gas, so my gas is hot. And apparently my high beams are on, so that's nice. I don't think that should move. I think you can see the important part, which is that bolt ain't tight. Pretty sure I Loctited it last time I did this. Oh, your Mac ratchet is already broken. That's your secret. Yeah. Google AI, the most helpful of individuals, says the range for these bolts is 80 to 100, which is helpful because I guessed it was 85. Good thing I don't have enough room to swing a torque wrench that far. Maybe with a shorter extension. But I'm at 40 something. That's progress. I get like a click and a half. $80. Oh. Yeah. The inner one, where it looked like it was flexing on them, that was the only one that was still tight. The upper right one took like, I don't know, maybe a whole turn, and this one's gonna be probably about half. Yeah, I tried to torque these from below, but there's kind of a header in the way. Turns out it's in the way for here, too. Do you have an electric ratchet that doesn't suck? No. I have several that do suck. Yes. Ow! My fingers! $1,000 Beep, beep. Well, I was thinking about putting different needles in this, but maybe that's happening. Also,
This would fix it.
that might fix it. But it won't fit my head.
I know.
Ugh.
Magnums are dumb.
Yeah. I know I've done this bit before, but I'm going to do it again. I'm going to put this where I should have put it over a year ago. There you go. You can have your carburetor back, Jeff. Ah, wait. I need to transfer a couple things off of this. I need this threaded plug in the back. The fuel line adapter, because I don't want to mess with whatever that guy is. So this carburetor came from Jamie's Demon and is probably fine. Hopefully it'll run better than this crappy AVS2. We have no idea what's wrong with this thing, but it sucks. Kind of glugs fuel for no reason. I leaned it out on and after my road trip last year, and that helped, but it still sucked. It has never run right, and especially recently, it's just worse and worse. So I'm going to throw this on, and we'll see how that goes. Of course, it's not going to totally fix my fuel economy woes since, you know, the fuel tank leaks, but hey, one problem at a time. Don't want to lose this. This is a key part of the throttle situation on the Fury. Tighten this up. Got the zip tie retainer back on for now. That's actually in danger of breaking. Oh, might be time for a new one. This little zip tie and I have been through a lot together. I think it's been on this car for like the whole time I've owned it. Aw, man. Come on. Go back on one more time. Nope. It split. Darn it. Fine. I like when the wrong size bit works. There's an 8mm, and the plug is not. A little loosey-goose in there, but that's alright. Alright, let's just hook up the throttle cable and the return spring. It was pretty much fixed. None of my carburetor hardware matches for some reason, but that's okay. I do actually have and run a PCV on this, so we're going to hook that guy up. And some vacuum advance if I can get this plug off. And I need to unwire the electric choke so I don't just have a positive wire from the coil shorting out on the intake. I was going to set these idle mixture screws to about 1.5 turns out each just as a place to start. And they're already right there. Couldn't have planned that better. Yeah. Gas. You can tell that's what it is because of the way it says it. We'll just borrow some of this. Oh, I made a mess. Put a little over here too. Well, carburetor's on, steering box is tight. Let's go see if any of it made a difference and go pick up some lunch. I think I put everything back together. Wow. That's almost perfect right out of the box. Or, you know, off the shelf. Does have a stumble. Jamie said something about a stumble with this carburetor. But it sure seems better than the other one. Oh, we ran out of fuel. Just kidding, it fired right back up. I guess I should get the gas. Oh. I know why I died. Okay, two things. One, we should get the gas-soaked rag off the intake. Two, remember how I said there's a positive wire from the coil right there that was going to short out on the intake? It was shorting out on the intake. Am I going to fix it properly by pulling that wire off the coil? No. Not right now, I'm not. I'm way too lazy for that. So we'll just give her the old snip. And now it's restored. Okay. Hey, maybe it's happier now. Maybe it's way happier now. All right, I am going to lower the idle just a little bit. That's a little excessive. But it sounds happier than it did. One problem on this car I've known about for a while, I need a little more throttle spring. That's part of my high idle. Seems pretty happy there if it'll stay there. PCV valve's a little loud. I unplugged it, plugged the vacuum port, and the horrible squeaking noise went away. That vacuum plug there, though, not too happy. I think I'm going to replace that. Hopefully I can get out the center of that plug that's stuck in there without pushing it down into the carburetor. Ow! Ooh. Radiator's hot now, that's weird. Ah! Okay, now we need a plug. I had that white one, and I put it somewhere. That guy, not so good. Well, the white one seems to be gone, so I guess I'll take this one off the AVS too, even though it's kind of deteriorating, so I'm going to trim it. And then I'll just have this problem again someday when it gets cracked all over again. I made it way shorter. And, bonk. Restored.
Really? With the zip ties? Still?
Absolutely. Nailed it. Well,
Huh.
that worked good.
Alright. You do know the throttle ratio is not right from that point?
Of course.
Okay. Well, as long as you know.
It's better than it was.
You know I've got an Edelbrock throttle bracket in stock.
Why didn't you say that?
When did you ask?
I don't know. Thought it was funny. I didn't think you had an extra one. Jamie found another spring and thought it was going to be a little much, but it actually feels really good, and I'm going to leave it that way. It's returning down to 700. Good enough for me. I've never had a problem before.
You've got like 65% throttle at best.
Well, do you have the fix or not? Let's go see if we made it any better. Shiny. Started flying out the window. It definitely runs better. Steering still sucks a little bit, but maybe it's better. Not really. I don't know. It's pulling to the right now. We'll see if it changes. That'll be the key. If it changes like it did before, I'll know there's still something up. If it stays pulling to the right, I'll know the box was my little bit of movement, and it's just accentuated by the big wide front tires. Which way should I go into the burrito store? That's the question. I guess that way. Oh, it runs way better. It's not quite as ridiculous as a 2020 Camaro, but it's pretty good. idle's still returning to normal. Alright, it's burrito time. Well, now that the car runs better, we can drive out to the ranch and go put these tires on a different car. It runs so much better now. And for those unfamiliar, this is Ben, and Hot Dog is behind me. Yeah, and you're in the shot, so we may as well introduce you. Alright, it's not perfect, but it's way better. It runs amazing now, and it goes mostly straight, it just wanders a little bit. But overall, I'm happy with it. Well, I'm happier with it. Whee! Well, that's pretty much exactly where I left that. Yep. Still a Charger. I don't like the things on it. Although that's kind of cute. Ooh, those are sticky. Those lug studs are very crusty. This might take more doing than I thought. This thing needs a bath really badly. I think that used to be yellow, not green. That's sure not getting any better. I want to hang this tail panel on the wall when I get it off there. I better get to it before there's nothing left of it. This corner piece is pretty much all gone. I mean, the quarter was already pretty much there, but much to my surprise, these are already right-hand thread lug studs. Someone swapped these out before, thankfully. That means I can throw my wheels on and not have to beat out any studs and replace them with new ones. Hooray. I might have to beat the wheels off with a hammer and get these ones on, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Or at least that's reasonably solid. Can't say that about every corner of the car. This is spooky. Is it hovering? Okay. Hey, the trunk is peeing. That's nice. Well, since it's hovering, let's see if this other one is right-hand thread too. Hardly done anything and I'm already covered in sweat. Oh, that's an R. Thank you to whoever did this 30 years ago. I appreciate it. Now how do I beat these off with it hovering in the air without killing me? That's the question. Okay, this is way too easy. It came off in like 2 hits. Sweet. It's going really well. That's water that's in the trunk. We should look and see how wet everything is in there.
Yeah, let's look and see.
Here, these are Henry size.
Oh, thanks.
It's hot, huh?
Yeah, let's check in the trunk now.
We'll get there. We're going to do the wheels first, then we're going to look in the trunk, okay? I've got both of these beat off and the car's hovering on the one corner by the jack. So we're going to get the new wheels on and make it not hover. We're going to make it roll. This is a little more seized than it was last time. Oh, there we go.
How long is 3?
3 months? About 90 days. Why do you ask? Yeah, there might be rats here. Okay, I'm going to
Hey, rats!
spray these.
Rats! Is that bug killer?
No, this is Freol. This wheel is so light.
Why is there a skull card?
I can't see. I'm not sure. okay. All right.
I'm gonna keep this.
I don't know whose that is. Otherwise, I'd say yes.
Yes.
It is hot here. It's like mid-80s right now, I think. So we're gonna try and do this quick so we can get back on the road and go home.
And never come back here.
We're gonna come back. We gotta bring this car home. You know?
No.
Not today.
How long has the Atlantic Ocean has been having water in it?
Billions of years, my son. You want to grab that jack stand? No, wait. Maybe not.
What's a jack?
Hold on. Yep, you're just going to want to do a little spray on each stud. So just spritz, spritz, spritz on each one. Just one little psst. Oop. There you go. Yep. There you go. There you go. Yep, okay. That's a little much. There you go. That'll do. Thank you. Let's get this wheel in place. Yeah, don't breathe that, by the way. I don't know if you can. But we pulled the jack stand that's been under there for like 2 years. We got these 2 tires on. And there we go.
And skibbity.
That's pretty skibbity. Look at that.
That's pretty skibbity.
That back tire, it actually fits on this car.
Dad, we're gonna take it on a drag strip someday.
Maybe. Is that what you want to do? You want to take this on a drag strip?
Yeah, let's go against Uncle.
Ooh. What's he going to drive? His Charger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charger versus Charger.
I like it. Do you think ours stands a chance?
Dad, is there something on my head?
No, just sweat. There's a fly near you, but it's not on you. This looks really good, bud. Let's go over and do the other side now. Oh. Oh, no. Gonna need wheel tubs, or at least a patch. That's pretty ugly. The rest of that actually looks pretty good. There's even still yellow paint here. That's crazy. Okay, maybe we can get away with a patch. Let's not look at it too close yet. Hover charger. That should be plenty high. Let's get the other tires, bud.
I'm getting like covered in gnats.
Yeah, it's toasty, man. And buggy. I'm only getting a little itchy so far, but look at the Charger at that angle. Look at, most importantly, how that tire fits perfectly in the wheel well. I love it. Did you decide that's not the easy way?
That looks nasty as heck.
Yeah. It's kind of incredible the moss that's grown under this car in the time it's just been sitting here, which is only, I'm putting in quotation marks, 3 years.
Yeah, action stuff. That's still nasty as heck.
This is too easy.
I wish I could say they.
They're coming right off.
Oh, we're on a fridge like that. No, not even me. Not even a spider. Okay, maybe a spider.
Where did I get me? My leg is bleeding.
Oh, heavens.
He's just loud.
Oh, it's a puppy.
Yeah, and a very loud.
Mini.
How did you get you?
What?
How did you get you? Did you scratch it too much?
Maybe I just kind of rubbed at it. Here, roll this one away. And
Ow.
give me that one. Hey, there's worms
Worms in the...
under the tire.
Okay.
Here, trade me.
Those are some long. That's a long word.
Yep. You ever put your hand in one of these?
Daddy,
Well, you weren't here that day. Huh.
where was I?
I don't know. Not here.
And where's the worm?
About to be back under some tires.
4,000 years.
Carry that hammer over to the other wheel. We are almost out of lug nuts.
Oh.
Well, we only have one wheel left.
Oh.
Pay no attention to the rust in the top of the quarter and the bottom of the roof. Definitely don't look at that.
Okay.
Oh! You have an incredible talent, my son, for standing right in the way. You definitely shouldn't be able to do this in the frame. But it's fine. That's character. This car has a lot of character. Here, don't lose this.
And one thing is old.
That's true.
But I have gloves on.
Yeah. Doesn't mean you should be touching other people's stuff.
Not even this charger.
I don't know, maybe not.
I'm gonna touch this right now. I'm touching it.
That is super helpful stuff. Look at how good that tire looks back there. Uh-oh. Getting these long shank lug nuts all lined up, kind of a pain, in case anybody was wondering. Apparently getting the washers on is also dumb.
Yeah.
Okay. We did it. That was actually really easy. And down we go. Hey, believe it or not, it's still a heavy car.
No.
Ta-da! Hope you're feeling strong.
What?
There we go. He's literally a tire kicker. Yes.
You kick me, I kick you.
That looks way too good. This car's kind of heavy. But boy, does it look good. I'm going to try and roll that out of the way so we can get a decent shot here on the side. I don't know what to say about it. It just looks good. I've seen a number of Chargers with center lines on them, and they kind of look like this, I guess. I don't know where this came from, but I think it needs a name. Henry, what should the Wood Skull's name be?
Skully.
Skully? Alright, well, as far as I'm concerned, the Charger is now Skully approved. Oh, Hot Dog really wants to look in the trunk, so I guess we're going to do that next. Then we'll sit here and stare at the car some more just because it looks so good, and then we'll drive the old Fury on home. Hot Dog wanted to look for my dart, but I don't think we're going to see it today. It's in there. I would say this was worth the effort to put those wheels on, but there wasn't really any effort at all. They just kind of went on. I didn't have to break any lug studs or beat them out or anything. And these 295s on this Charger are kind of a perfect fit. I'm really not a shackle guy. That's one of the first things I want to delete from this car. But at the moment, it really helps those 295s fit perfect. So I guess it'll stay that way. Kind of ironic, Henry wanted to see into the trunk of this car, and he's not even here to see it. Also, I'm not sure my screwdriver will reach. Oh! There it is. Yep. Pile of charger parts, getting wet. Those poor door panels. Not doing too hot. It's alright, they're still making those. Oh. That's a remote mirror. Neat. Oh yeah. The side marker metal pieces, well at least this one, still perfectly yellow and beautiful. This one, this part's a little smashed. That's kind of a disappointment. Oh. Hood blinkers. Man. Oh. This tail panel is more rust than tail panel at this point. I really like the parts of this car that are still yellow. I mean, look at that. If it weren't for this rust hole, this deck lid would be about perfect. What a shame. All right, who's ready to push it back undercover? I did ask if you were feeling strong.
I'm feeling really strong.
See you next time, baby. Ooh, those tires. Truth be told, I'd rather have Steelings and dog dishes on this car, which is why I picked up a set of Dodge dog dishes. But this is pretty cool for now. These tires are just a little narrower than those 295s, so they all actually fit in the trunk. We're gonna get out of here before these gnats eat us alive. Sure. Okay. I like that we got it tucked in a little more, and it's more undercover. It's still gonna get rain in the trunk. And now there's like 3 or more. We didn't even look at Tom's charger. Jeez, I'm slacking. Can I have a drink of your water? Here you go. Thank you. Admittedly, it's not perfect. It still wanders around a bit, but it runs so much better, it's not even funny. I got more to do on this still. Fuel tank leaks, and we got to replace that, and I got the 323 gears back from the Valiant. I'm going to put that in, and we're going to see how much better we can improve the fuel economy in this car, fixing all the little things that I should have done, but just didn't have time before my road trip last year. But at least for now, it drives somewhat straight, runs way better, and I can drive it, as long as I don't fill up the fuel tank and spill gas everywhere. But that's next video's problem. So thanks for watching. And remember, it's better to have a 69 Charger in the bush than not at all.